Ooh, yes, sir. Welcome to Man Domain, the place where we work in our body and our mind to become better men. The harder it gets, the better it is. Take me out of it. No, no way. The harder it gets, the better it is. The harder it gets, the more you enjoy it at the end. The harder it gets, the more you will feel accomplished once you get the rewards from it. My brothers, if you are struggling right now with a problem that seems overwhelming, seems like it is everything, like it's clouding everything, that you're inside of a storm, then you are in the right place. You are exactly in the right place. You have to understand that in the middle of that storm, in the middle of that chaos, it doesn't matter if you can see nothing. Nothing matters. What matters is that you keep pushing through that storm. It's hard. It's raining. You can feel the thunder. But you keep walking. You keep going in the direction of your desires and your objectives. And at the end, man, when you sit to watch the sun rise, it's going to feel amazing. You have to understand, I was born in Panama, lived in Panama my entire life, been living in Italy for 4 years. In these 4 years, I have struggled a lot. And one of the biggest struggles that I had was when I had to take pills, when I had to take antidepressants. I took antidepressant and I also took one that helped me with hallucinations. What basically happened is that I finally found a girl. So it was perfect, alright? I found a girl, my first Italian girl, my first Italian girlfriend. Of course, I must be happy, I must be all this. But the fact is that I wasn't getting the respect I deserved. I wasn't getting the respect I deserve as a man from her personally. Because I had no job, I had only dreams, I had no money, was living in my sister's house, so I was getting no respect. So, of course, coming from the background that I had so many things in the back of my head. I was still victimizing myself. Why did this happen? Why did this happen to me? Why did this happen to me? And now I finally got another thing that I wanted. And I'm questioning, but where is the beautiful in my life? Why now that I have this, it is in this way? She doesn't respect me. She doesn't look to me up as a man. In fact, totally opposite. She looks down on me. Why is it? So all these problems, everything started to stack up in my head, guys, until something broke. Something completely broke. I went out of my mind, guys. I started having like attacks where I will get angry and then I will start crying. And then after started crying, I will have like these little moments of peace in my mind. Something completely broke, guys. My perception of reality was completely messed up. I saw everybody as if they were attacking me. It was completely messed up, guys. My relationship with my sisters here in Italy has never been good either, so I felt alone as fuck. All the people that I knew outside, I could not relate to them, and I can hardly relate to them even today. So I was alienated, not in my own country. I had to learn a new language. I didn't know a culture. I had a girlfriend, and this girlfriend was disrespecting me. I have a bad relationship with my family over here, which is still that way, but who cares? I didn't knew anyone that was like exactly like me, that I could comprehend them. So I spent most of my time alone. I didn't want to go out even if I could. Man, everything stacked up in my mind, and then you put on top my past. And it was like, what kind of life have I been given? So my mind broke. I started having these panicking attacks and all of that. I didn't want to go out. I was in my room in the dark all day, all night. And then one day, I did the unthinkable, guys. I did the unthinkable. I wanted to commit suicide again in my life. So I took a chair and I put it, of course, my sister's house is 2 floors, so I put it in the floor below. I got my belt and my jumping rope, and I made them, of course I made my belt into the rope that I would put in my neck, and then the jumping rope I attached it to the other end of the belt, and I attached everything to the balcony. Well, not to the balcony, but to the second floor, right? So it was there. I had my chair, I got in the chair and I put the belt on my neck. And I don't know why, guys. I had this belt on my neck. I was already ready to throw the chair and to just say goodbye. And I don't know why I got on my knees, but like a little bit, you know. It's like if I was preparing for it. So I started to knee a little bit, and when I started to knee a little bit, the belt that I had, it got really tight on my neck. And when it got really tight, I panicked, right? I panicked, like, what the fuck am I doing? And I started to grab it and I tried to just pull it away, but I think that the metal that of course goes in the holes of the belt maybe got in the hole of one, because I could not take it off. And slowly I started to feel how the blood that was supposed to go down to my body from my brain was starting to get stuck. So I felt my head like if it was going to explode, you know. It was a horrible sensation. I got so panicked after that happened that when I finally managed to just get rid of the tightness of the belt in my neck, I just don't wanted to do it anymore, man. And I was defeated because I had 1 million issues. I had no answer for those issues, and now I'm trying to take my own life, and I could not even have the balls for it. But I have to say something. When I went back and I sat down, it was like, how do people even do this, man? This sensation of having something around your neck as tight, really tight, was horrible. I don't even want to imagine how will it have felt if I had really let the shirt go. No, it would have been an horrible experience. Really horrible experience. So I decide that I have to do something. And I get up and I go to the hospital. I get into the hospital. I get in there crying my ass off because it was desperate. No solutions, no nothing. I get in there crying my eyes off, and I tell, hey, I tried to kill myself, I tried to damage myself. That's what I tell them. They get me in a room. They take blood out of me, and they do all the normal checkups, and they send me to the mental health hospital of the region. I get to the mental health hospital, I get an appointment with this guy. Fast forward, I'm now having regular appointments at one of the mental health hospitals, and there, because I was having all this panicking attack, I could not concentrate, I could not analyze life in a normal way. The information that was coming to me was all messed up entirely, because I just lost grasp with reality. And they give me these pills. I start taking these pills, and they were so strong, man. At the beginning they were so strong, I could barely concentrate during the entire day. I was stupid, man. Was completely stupid. That there was no improvement when the pills that were given to me were the wrong ones. I went over there again and I say, I cannot concentrate. I can barely concentrate with this shit. Yeah, it's true that I'm waking up every day and I'm doing things, but I can barely concentrate, and I don't think that's a good way to live. I went there and they changed to me the pills, and the second round of pills were better. So what happened is that the pills made me completely numb. So there were no emotions. I was having no emotions. I felt numb the entire day, emotionless. After I took the pills, I took them before I going to bed. I woke up the next day, no emotions. So it was now, there was no interference from my emotions, I was only thinking. So, because of course I come from a past of meditation, I said, then this might be a right time to get back into meditating. I don't know why, man. So it's hard for me to explain why I keep trying, why I kept trying, why I kept going back. Like, it's hard for me to explain. I always think it's divine purpose. It's just that it is my purpose, and I just could not have quit on my own, because there was no sense for me to try to come back and from that. It was much better to just end it all, and that's it. Because after that I had to wait like an entire one more year to be able to start working. So it wasn't that after that everything got beautiful. So fast forward, I take this pill for 6 months. 6 months that I'm taking these pills. I focus also on my meditation, and I also focus on exercising, because like I said, I was numb, so there were no emotions. Then I decide, now I'm feeling better, it's time to quit. I quit the pills from one day to the other. From one day to the other, I stopped drinking them. But that's not how you do it. You need to lower the dose. Well, no, I quit from one day to the other because I was feeling fine. After like 2 weeks, I started hearing noises, seeing things. My mind started to shatter little by little. It was hard for me to focus on any single task. I went back and I said, why is this happening to me? And they say, you quit from one day to the other, so you have to lower the dosage. So I had to go back to drinking the motherfucking pills, then lower the dosage, and then quit the right way. Sorry for my phone. So after all this period, after all of this, after I stopped taking the pills, what's my opinion on taking antidepressants, on taking those pills? I had no network at the moment. I had no friends that were pushing me to become the better version of myself. I had no job. I had a girlfriend that was constantly disrespecting me and looking down on me. I had no good relationship with my sisters. I was in a foreign country, a continent away from my own continent, with a different culture where I had to learn a different language. So we can keep stacking up the problems, and then we can stack up my past too. So when your mind is that messed up and you see no hope, you see literally no hope, man, I think there are two things you can do. One, some people can do just like I did. Other people, they might be lucky just to find the right person, man, because I'm pretty sure that if even in those moments before I took the pills, I found the right group of people, the right group of like-minded individuals that will tell me, Bryan, come on, let's go, let's work out together, let's do this, let's do that, let's focus on our projects. If I had a community of men that were strong around me, I would have completely crushed it. I would have completely went out of that bad position. But the fact is that I had nobody, and in that moment of having nobody, is that I just could not hold myself. So was it a good experience for me taking those pills? Yes, it was. At the beginning, no, because like I said, the dosage wasn't the right for me, so I could not concentrate. But after that, the numbness of my emotions allowed me to conquer my mind. And then when I came back and I stopped taking them and my emotions came back, I was a lot stronger in here. I didn't did no psychology sit downs, so I didn't sit with a psychologist. I didn't sit with the psychiatrist. I only went there, told them what was the issue, they gave me the pills, and that's it. No sessions, no nothing. I did like couple, 2, 3, 4 sessions with one psychologist, but after a while I saw that nothing that he was telling me was working. So I just stopped talking to him also. So there was no professional advice other than the pills that I took. And I have to say that for me it was an experience that allowed me to regain back myself. Now I'm not trying to promote the use of these pills, because I think it is a lot safer, first of everything, and it is a lot better to just find like-minded individuals. Find individuals that have a strong mind, that have faced adversity, and surround yourself with this type of individuals, with this type of group. If you're finding yourself surrounded by people that are not strong-minded, that are not working towards something, that are lost in life, you're also going to get into that position. But if you find strong-minded individuals, then in that case, you can solve the issues. I'm pretty sure you will not need the pills. I'm telling you, you will not need them. I went to take them just because in my loneliness, I could not see a way out. I had to solve the issue by myself. There was no daddy, there was no mother, there was nobody. It was me by myself. And when you get to the point of being so messed up as I was, that your perception of reality is not working, your emotions are all messed up, you're getting panicking attacks and all those shit, it's hard to just sit down and get to your own senses. So in some of those cases, I would recommend to go and search for professional help. You don't have to go and take pills, and maybe just talking with someone might be enough. But if it is that bad, which I could understand if you told me what's that bad, then I think that the pills might work for you. But I don't want them to be the first option. I need them to be the last resource. Your first and only resource that you should be looking for is to find like-minded individuals, strong individuals that can indeed help you overcome the problem that you're facing. Because the issues I had was that there were too many problems stacked one on top of each other, and there were no solutions. In my mind, there were no solutions to those issues. But if you can find individuals that can tell you how to solve one problem at a time, you can get better by your own, man. And the experience will be much better, because we don't know. I was extremely lucky with these pills. We don't know, maybe they give you the wrong dosage, and everything is a lot worse than it was before. So we don't know how these things work completely. I don't know. I'm not a psychologist, a psychiatrist. I didn't study this, but it's dangerous. So I would prefer you to just look for like-minded individuals. I think that's the best solution for it. And like I say, I'm not trying to promote the use of these drugs. I'm just trying to express what happened to me and what worked for me at that time. I took the pills like for about 6 months. After the first 6 months, then of course I quit from one day to the other. Then I came back and I took them like for 2 more months. So it was like a 8 month total when it comes to regarding to that medication. But right now I don't take no more pills. After that I haven't taken them anymore. Right now I'm in a good spot, because even though if I'm alone, I have my own place, my own thoughts. I'm working towards my project. And when you have direction, guys, when you have direction, it's really hard to get lost. You focus on the process, you focus on the day, you focus on the task at hand. I already know how to handle loneliness pretty well, so I don't get an issue with it. So it's all about finding a direction and being able to stick to that direction, and finding like-minded individuals with, for me, they will arrive at their time. So there's no hurry. I'm completely fine where I am right now, and I'm working towards the things that I want. This was my story regarding taking antidepressants and taking also medical pills for hallucinations. So, as I always say, thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.